Alright, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic Lesson on Classics. This is episode number 3542, Doubleshot number 3446. So, we have one Marvel trade and one Image trade. The Image trade, basically, that's one of the part of the titles, or one of the word title, is basically a swear word. I will be spelling the word out, and people will probably guess what it is. First we have is Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe, where we have Godzilla return to Marvel Comics, first time since the 1970s, where this is a group of one-shots leading to a mini-series, where basically this is done by Gary Duggan. Now, this series of one-shots, we have Godzilla versus Fantastic Four, Hulk, Avengers, Spider-Man, the X-Men, and Thor. Obviously, Gary Duggan himself just does the Hulk versus Godzilla. Now, Ryan Hill does Godzilla versus Fantastic Four. That kind of makes sense because he's the current writer of the series. Joe Kelly does Godzilla vs. Superman. That also makes sense because he's the current writer for that one. Godzilla vs. Thor. I guess he's not the current writer for Thor. The current writer for Thor, I believe, is Al Ewing, who is not here. I guess I picked Jason Aaron because he's the most popular, the most recent writers. David Walker does Avengers, which he has the Avengers in the past, but he did Occupy Avengers. He did write briefly the main Avengers setup, but at least he's not the current writer of it. The current writer of it, though he's ending really very soon, Jim McKay. X-Men's Fabian Caesar. He does history writing the character, but he's not the current writer of the book. The current X-Men writer is Jim McKay. For Hulk, well, Gary Duggan has written Hulk before, that being the Omega Hulk stuff. Yeah, pretty much basically Godzilla just goes around battling first Fantastic Four, then the Hulk, then Spider-Man, all of the other characters. The book itself is a lot of fun. It's just a revisit, and from what I can tell, it's basically the Toho Godzilla, not Legendary. And the book itself is a lot of fun. I give the book a 10 out of 10. Next up is a book that might kill us Suhanic. That is a very short-lived title, and it's got tons of nudity in it. Okay, I'm going to show the title for you, and it's called B-I-T-C-H Planet. That's the title of the book. People probably spell his name, I'm not going to say it. But this book collects, for this particular title, Chaos and Hargis writer, with basically the artwork done by Valentin Lario. This contains issues 1 through 5. Mostly put for this book, the planet itself is a prison planet where we see lots of nudity here. There's actually an issue where we have women making out in the shower. Where also we have this hole in the wall that has an actual peeping Tom like it's Porky's. And it turns out it's a guard with basically doing something I'm not going to mention because it's kind of something that he should be doing. He's a guard and he's peeping on the girls while doing something with his groin. Yeah, and the girl's like, "Oh, I see your dick, and it's got 3 freckles on it. That means you're mine." Yeah, it's also one of the characters killed off here, and so yeah, then we have these women just arrested for transgression, for trespassing, gluttony, and pride. Yeah, and a lot of these women basically are murderers. So, and the first thing we see, all the women here are completely naked. Yep, and they spend the first chunk of the issue with nothing on. Yeah, and of course we have the chubby woman. Basically, it says, "Where can I put my other breast?" And yeah, and the one she's complaining the thing won't fit. She kept looking at it. And of course she gets, because she dared criticize the fact that it might be too small. "Oh, let's have the guards beat the crap out of her for no reason." And the woman's like, "She did not raise her hand to you. And now she won't. Any questions?" "Yeah." And of course, fight. And of course, it was not good. Of course, there's a guy here who's trying to get his wife out of the prison because she does not need to be there. She does get out. Don't worry. So they do in fact give the woman an undershirt to wear, and well, they do in fact also for some weird reason she had now. They do explain now in the book her hair is like partially gone. The reason is because she did some cooking and her curls got caught up in the grease and burned part of her hair off. That's the reason why her hair is like that. And she's here because people poke fun of her, so they should basically kill a lot of people. So that was the reason why she basically is in prison here. And the fight, and of course the woman named Dawn. Of course we also have a woman named Marie Collins, where of course she confronts, and of course basically where then we have the woman randomly killed, and she of course accused the murder despite the fact she didn't actually do it, and she's also offered to work with the guards, and she gets terms. It's like in the cells, like, you lie because she didn't basically kill her. There's no evidence because they accuse her simply for the reason of the fact that the old-fashioned method of she stood near the body. And let's just assume she killed her because she picked up the weapon. Doesn't mean she killed her. No, she didn't want to kill her. And of course, basically about Georgia. And of course, basically they form a team. And of course, there's running, and of course, there's some fighting. Trying to get the woman some exercise. Nothing wrong with that, per se. The conditions. Like, my assets. You free them and give my family access. I'll see what we can do. I will list all the inmates in their stats and weights too. That should be a problem. Anything else? Risk kill Maria, kill our name. You kill Maria. I'm out. Wait, I'll make a call. Yeah. They keep saying she killed him. No, she did not. Like, the panel does not show the fact that she killed, like, she's like, oh, you killed. No, I did not kill her. Yes, that whole thing. And then we have issue 3 is the birth of a woman, where we explain her backstory, where she was younger, and basically her hair got caught up in the cooking stuff, and that burned part of her hair. Yeah, and also get this. Apparently her name is Penny. And then for some random reason, no explanation for this, we have a group of people just march up the door with guns. And they just basically just don't talk about her mouth, like, yeah, this is completely random. So it's not at this point, but later on, this does happen with the kitchen, where, yeah, and because of the fact they complain, the fact that she does actually kill one guy because he annoyed her. It's quite a weird series. Oh, and issue 4 is, the title of this is basically Lesbian Shower. Yeah, that's the title for issue 4. And that kind of happens. This is one with the Peeping Tom. Yeah, that's what we deal with. Also some rollerball stuff in here too. And then the last issue here is basically... Now, by the way, this series is not very long. If you're curious, it's only 10 issues plus like a spin-off triple feature book. And that's it. It's like the way this book is written, it's like the similar to... It's like... Kelly Suhanig is going for the style of blaxploitation. That's simple. And by the way, Kelly Suhanig is not black. She is white. I've seen pictures of her. And in case you're wondering, here's something interesting. Her husband is the current writer of Batman, Matt Fraction. Yes. And also, she's noteworthy for giving Carol Danvers the code name of Captain Marvel. Yep. And the last issue is some put just stuff kind of coming together ish. We just have just some fights here. Lots of brawling, of course. We have one get killed for simply no reason. Yep, and then the book just ends right there. Yeah, it's basically a very futurist society where it's a totalitarian state. Now the thing is, this book came out in 2014, so I don't exactly know what exactly Kiyosaki was reasoning for how the book was written like this. Now, by the way, now usually you would think like, oh, these black women are basically depicted as criminals. Well, basically, Kelso Honey, from what I can tell, she does not. Yes. Yeah, she is not particularly. How should I put this? She does not depict. There's no racist terms in the whole book at all. So none of that here. So looking forward to basically. Well, I am going to do the next couple books, and then this will be really quick book to go through because Sonic. There's also Pretty Deadly, which that's a Western book, and I want to do that one too. That one's slightly longer than this one. So, pretty much basically, that's pretty much a particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. Well, I'm going to have a stream soon, so I'll see you all soon there. Though next anime probably is going to be Reborn as the Machine. Okay, thanks, you. Bye.